Hey, hey, it's Friday. I know you feel blessed. I hope you feel refreshed. I'm back. Got another one. And today we are finishing up the last four chapters of this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book was purchased off Amazon, and the Audible read it to me. It's about a 5 hour book. Actually, went through it twice. And so far, it's been pretty interesting. Uh, some of the exercises that they're wanting us to try throughout the book. But ultimately, by this point in the book, all the way up to chapter 17, we determine that there are no more bad habits. Because hopefully, at this point, we've got rid of them all based on the direction or the encouragement that was given to us in the beginning of the book. So, thanks for joining me. Let me go ahead and say good morning to y'all, and I'll jump right into it. Try to keep it short for those coming back on the replay. Good morning, Mysterious. Thanks for coming in. Good morning, Mr. Terry. Thanks for coming in. Good morning, my brother Steve. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Mrs. Patty. Thanks for being here. Frugal Mama. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Joshua. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Hello, Anne Marie. Thank you for coming in. All right, y'all. It's Friday already. We waited all week for this day, and it just kind of got here so fast. Now that it's here, what are we going to do with ourselves? So if I get my notes together here, I'm just going to briefly summarize each chapter all the way through to chapter 20. And yeah, feel free to leave your feedback in the comment section and we will discuss in just a minute. Hold on just a second. I'm talking to my daughter. It was yesterday. Okay. All right. Chapter 17 is called How an Accountability Partner Changes Everything. I agree. Having that someone as an accountability partner, excuse me, makes us feel like we have to, show up or have to complete a certain task because otherwise your partner, your accountability partner, is not going to accomplish that task either. So maybe it feels good to have, somebody right there going through the exact same thing to get to the same results as you. It makes you want to work even harder. The inversion of the fourth law of behavior change is make it unsatisfying. Well, that makes sense. Make it unsatisfying. We are less likely to repeat a bad habit if it is painful or unsatisfying. That makes sense. And hopefully, at this point, we've eliminated the bad habits, but we also know that we are human and we're not perfect. So there's possibilities that some of those habits have not been completely cleaned out. An accountability partner can create an immediate cost to inaction. We care deeply about what others think of us, and we do not want others to have a lesser opinion of us. Interesting. So that's why having an accountability partner is important because we are automatically designed this way to not want anybody to feel lesser of us. So if we have an accountability partner, then we're gonna do whatever we need to do. Whew, excuse me, to stay on top of things so that we're not accused of um, someone thinking less of us. A habit contract can be used to add a social cost to any behavior. It makes the cost of violating your promises public and painful. A habit, a habit contract can be used to add a social cost to any behavior. So they wanted to add a cost to whatever behavior you might have. I don't know if I agree with that one. With any behavior, there's a cost so that when you're in public and you do a bad behavior, then it's painful. Knowing that someone else is watching you can be a powerful motivator. That's true, especially being a content creator. Um, because most of the time I can't go live unless I'm doing something. So that makes sense. That we want others to see that we started something and that we're gonna finish it. Hmm. I'm so sorry. I keep yawning. We had game night for the first time last night. I stayed up a little bit, but it was very fun. It was worth it. Good morning, Miss B and fam. Thanks for coming in. All right, so now we're going to jump right into chapter 18, the truth about talent, when genes matter and when they don't. The secret to maximizing your odds of success is to choose the right field of competition. Pick the right habit and progress is easy. Pick the wrong habit and life is a struggle. Genes cannot be easily changed, which means they provide a powerful advantage in favorable circumstances and a serious disadvantage in unfavorable circumstances. Hmm. Okay. So they're saying genes, like genetic genes, cannot be easily changed. Okay. It could either be a good gene or a bad gene. Habits are easier when they align with your natural abilities. Choose the habits that best suit you. That makes sense. Just like choosing our goals, we want to choose goals that make sense for us in our life and not just some random goal that we don't plan to achieve. Yeah, I agree. Accountability partner is the person who is in your faith circle, prayer circle, wisdom circle, inspiration circle. Amen. Hey, Eric B. Welcome in. Whew. Excuse me. Hey, Heather. Good morning. Thank y'all. All right. Play a game that favors your strength. Huh. Play a game that favors your strength. If you can't find a game that favors you, create one. That's interesting. Create one? How many of us thought about actually sitting down to create a game? And genes do not eliminate the need for hard work, they clarify it. They tell us what to work hard on. Right. Because most of the time we follow the same um, career path. So that's what they said the genes, genetic genes, actually make a difference so much. All right. Number 19, chapter 19 here. Okay. It's called The Goldilocks Rule: How to Stay Motivated in Life and Work. Throughout this book, James Clear, the author, has given us a lot of picture graphs that I'm not able to share, but I can try to explain. They're kind of hard to explain, but if you have the book, they're very easy to see and understand. So the Goldilocks rule. This is showing us a graph here, and it basically states that humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are right on the edge of their current abilities. Hmm, right on the edge of their current abilities. Okay. The greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom. Wow. The greatest threat to success is not failure, but it's boredom. Wow. Because how many of us start things and actually don't finish them? Maybe because we got bored with it. Maybe because we thought we weren't good at it. As habits become routine, they become less interesting and less satisfying. We get bored. Yep. Because we did say that we want to incorporate our habits into a routine so that we can stay on top of doing them all the time. But here it does let us know that if we make it a routine, it can be less satisfying. Anyone can work hard when they feel motivated. It's the ability to keep going when work isn't exciting that makes the difference. I know that's right. How many of us can say that we are motivators here, and sometimes we have a hard time going, and we're looking like, where's my motivation? Um, okay, professionals stick to the schedule. Amateurs let life get in the way. And these are quotes that come right out of the book. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Professionals stick to the schedule. Amateurs let life get in the way. Yeah, I can see that. Because if you're a professional, then you know what needs to be done. You know what job to get to, and you have a routine. You have a set schedule, things like that. Amateur, maybe someone not necessarily who's not capable, but someone who just hasn't, um, tapped into this area before. Self help. All right, let me see. Um, Goldilocks. Yep, love that. The greatest threat to success is boredom. Absolutely. Hey, Mysterious, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. Hope you're good this morning. So, with that being said, we're going to jump into chapter 20 already. It doesn't take long. It seems like as we went through, um, it seems like the quotes got smaller and smaller. All right, chapter 20: The downside of creating good habits. The upside of habits is that we can do things without thinking. The downside is that we stop paying attention to little errors. That makes sense because at this point, maybe we're setting a routine to rush. Hurry, 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 get it done. At this point, you're missing things. Habits plus deliberate practice equals mastery. Yeah. Reflection and review is a process that allows you to remain conscious of your performance over time. Absolutely. How many of us actually reflect and review how our day has went or how we handled a situation? It allows us to continue to remain conscious of our performance over time. So we don't feel like we're losing all control, right? Last but not least, the tighter we cling to an identity, the harder it becomes to grow beyond it. Wow. The tighter we cling to an identity, the harder it becomes to grow beyond it. Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So we've reached the end of that part right there. What do you guys think? Okay. What do y'all think? I already have some suggestions for books for the next commentary. I have to look into it so I can, get it, read it, bring it if it's interesting. Which one of the seems very interesting. And uh, in the meantime, I have to think of something to come with next week. New topic. I definitely have something in mind, so I'm just gonna pray on it and hopefully have that together before Monday. Oh, excuse me. Shout out to you if you came to game night last night. Oh man, it was a blast. I'm now very sleepy, but it was worth it. It was a new game that we had never played before, but it was easy to catch on to. It was fun. So, with that being said, I encourage you to stay motivated, stay encouraged today and every other day going forward. We have reached the Friday again. It's a weekend again. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, these days are flying by. So I just encourage you to cherish every single moment, every single opportunity that you have. Take it and come on out of that shy zone that you might be in. There's no need to be shy any longer because God wants to use you. And I pray that you are in position and willing to be used by God Himself. Okay. Good morning, Miss Patty. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what you all have in store next. I tell you, this was going to be really short because it was just kind of summarizing it up. And I've had a long night, so I'm tired. I got to go get my baby out of here for school. I pray that you have the best Friday, and I will see you out here on these YouTube streets. We're going to go around to the Kingdom Builders community this morning. So next we're going to Frugal Mama, and then we'll go over to Unique Speaks, and then Miss B and Fam, and then to Mr. Steve Gilmore, where all of us are doing phenomenal works for God Himself, and we are enjoying ourselves doing it. Stay humble, stay encouraged, stay you. That's it. That's all. As always, remember, be true to yourself. Because if you can't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. Bye bye.